It's always so much fun to make a cake for your loved one, even if it's a simple cake, right? Today I'm going to be showing you one such cake that's very easy to make, but it's going to be a little more fancy than the normal one. And this one is called a zebra cake. Hi guys, I'm Rekha and welcome to our channel Petty Box. So the zebra cake is a fun alternative to the traditional chocolate and vanilla marbled cake with zebra stripes like pattern inside. I'm going to be sharing some secret to get those perfect zebra stripes. Not just that, I'm also going to be telling some tips and tricks to achieve those flat cake without any cracks. To make this extra special, I'm going to be adding chocolate frosting to it, for which you don't need any kind of tools or equipment. That's the beauty of this cake. So let's get started. So guys, here are the ingredients that we need to make the cake. I have also listed them in the description box below. And the ingredients for the frosting and decoration part. So before we start with the batter, let's prepare our tin and keep it ready. Let me show you how I line my tin with parchment paper. So I'm using a 8-inch pan today. Cut off a piece of parchment paper that covers your tin. Now fold this paper twice so that you get a square as I have shown. And then fold it into a cone shape. Place this on the center of your tin and cut the edges off. And when you open it, tada! You have a round parchment paper that fits your tin. Next, grease your tin with oil or butter on the bottom and sides and place your parchment paper. If you don't have the parchment paper, just grease your tin really well and that should help. I avoid dusting flour in the tin as that gives weird flour patches on the cake. So our tin is ready to be used for later. Once that's done, let's preheat our oven. I'm going to preheat it to 160°C for 20 minutes. Next, let's mix all our dry ingredients except the cocoa powder. So to the flour, I'm adding the baking powder, baking soda and salt, and we'll give it a quick mix. The reason we do this is to get the raising agent and salt distribute all the way throughout the flour and get everything evenly dispersed, which is very important for an even baking. Time to get our wet ingredients ready. So to a bowl, I'm just going to add the curd, sugar, oil and vanilla extract and give it a mix. Mix it all till the sugar is dissolved and becomes a homogeneous mixture. Next, I'm going to alternate between hot milk, yes, I've taken hot milk that will lighten up the batter, and the flour mixture and mix everything in batches. So adding all dry ingredients at once will make the batter really thick and difficult to mix, which would result in over mixing and that will toughen up the cake. So once the flour is added, we have to mix it very gently. Vigorously mixing it is one of the main reasons to get dense cakes when it comes to eggless cakes. So mix it till it is lump free. Few lumps are totally fine. Now use a spatula to clean up the sides of the bowl and give it one final mix. Look at that luscious batter. Doesn't it look good? So for this recipe, we need the batter to be a little on the runny side and not too thick. That is, we should have a ribbon consistency. If you feel your batter is thick, just add 1 or 2 tablespoons of warm water and mix. Now divide the batter into two, one for vanilla and another for chocolate. Let's quickly prepare the chocolate mixture now. So to the cocoa powder, I'm adding half teaspoon of coffee powder and 3 tablespoons of hot water, and I'm going to dissolve both. Coffee powder is completely optional guys, but it just gives a nice color and of course enhances the chocolate flavor. I find it easier to do it this way because otherwise I get a lot of lumps in the cocoa powder and it becomes very difficult to mix. Okay, now let's pour this to one of the cake batters and using a spatula fold this mixture till the chocolate is mixed well. Time to put this to a cake pan. I'm using a big scoop for vanilla and smaller one for chocolate. That way we'll get the best zebra stripes. First I'm going to put 2 scoops of vanilla batter and then 2 scoops of chocolate. As you scoop the batter, it will spread out on its own. I'm going to continue doing this till I reach the center. And I'm going to reduce the amount of batter I pour in as I move towards the center. You can just use a spoon or a ladle to do this as well. The idea is to have more of vanilla and lesser chocolate so that the stripe inside looks more like a zebra one. So once that's done, give it a tap to remove the air bubbles. Now you can bake it as it is, or you can make a simple design using a toothpick. I'll show you how. So pull out lines from the outer circle to the center on 4 opposite sides. And then pull a line from the center to the outer circle in between those lines you drew. You can do this if you don't want to apply the frosting. Now let's bake it at 160°C for 20 to 25 minutes. So achieving a flat top in cakes can be done with 3 things in mind. 1. Baking at a lower temperature. 2. Baking thin layers with right amount of batter. And 3. Not adding a lot of rising agent. So check out the cake in 25 minutes or so. Take it out of the oven once done. Look at the beautiful design still visible without any crack or browning. So check the cake with a toothpick for doneness. As that is cooling down, let's prepare our chocolate ganache. I am going to cut the chocolate into small pieces. I like dark chocolate and so I am using it. But you can use milk chocolate as well. Just lessen the amount of cream you add if you are using milk chocolate. So transfer it to a bowl and add hot cream to it. And then keep it aside for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, start mixing it till all the chocolate is melted. It should be smooth and silky. If you see chunks of chocolate pieces, just warm it in the microwave for 5 to 10 seconds. Or else keep it in the stove on the lowest heat till all the chocolate is melted. Just be careful as the chocolate burns easily. Now let's transfer the cake to a cake board, or you can even use a decorative plate. Remove it from the pan and take off the parchment paper and place it on the board. Now it looks pretty as it is, and you can leave it off like this without adding any frosting. You can actually serve this as a tea cake. If not, just pour the prepared ganache on the cake. Now with the help of a spoon or spatula, I'm going to push the ganache to the sides from the center. If you keep the ganache in the room temperature for some time, it will start setting and it will become difficult to pour. In that case, just warm it a bit before adding it to the cake. But it shouldn't be too hot either. So as the ganache is still runny, it will move easily. Just spread it with a spatula or back of a spoon till the cake is completely covered. It need not look perfect or pretty as we are going to decorate on the top. I have taken some melted white chocolate in a piping bag and snipped off the edge. You can use a Ziploc bag or even a milk cover. Just draw circles starting from the center towards the outer edge. Once that's done, we are going to do the same thing that we had done on the cake. Using a toothpick, pull lines from the outer circle towards the center on all 4 sides. Just clean the toothpick after every line you draw. And then draw lines from the center to the outer circle between each line you drew. And the cake is done. Let me cut and show you how it looks from the inside. Don't those zebra stripes look pretty? So as you can see, this can be easily done with things available at home, and I'm sure everyone will be impressed. It is so easy to make that even my 8-year-old niece did it all by herself for my sister's birthday. Doesn't that look cute? So if you have just started baking, it is a great cake for beginners. Do give this a try. Thanks for watching my video, guys. I hope you liked it, and if you did, do give a thumbs up. And if you're watching our video for the first time, we would love to have you on board. Please do consider subscribing to our channel Petty Box, because we have loads of interesting stuff coming up. Click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any update from us. Just click on the Petty Box logo to get subscribed. I'll see you all again next week. Till then, take care and bye.